Hi there then. So we are on lesson 2 of chapter 8, writing tenths again. Okay, so before we start, I just want to remind you what a place value grid is, because I think it's going to become useful to you from this lesson onwards. This is the one that I've got that you've seen me use in class with you guys. I have attached a different version of a place value grid on to Google Classroom for you to use. You can either print it out or you can draw your own. Okay, we won't be needing all of these place value columns, but you'll see as we go along the ones that you need. Okay, so you can see here that I've drawn my own, which is easy enough to do. And just for this lesson, we are needing the ones column and we're needing the tenths column, okay, with the decimal point down the middle. Okay, so our in focus task today, it says let each of the coins stand for either 1 or 0.1. What is 0.1? Who can remember? 0.1 is 1/10. Okay, so they're either worth 1 whole or 1/10. You need to use all of these discs to make a number. Oh, I've got one too many here. There we go. Okay, so they can either represent 1 whole or 1/10. So think of a number that has ones and tenths and can be formed using all 5 of the discs. Okay, they all need to be used up. Have a little play around, see what combinations you can find. Right, so I'm going to make you a number. What number have I created? So I've got 1, 2, 3 in my ones column, and I've got 1, 2 in my tenths column. So I've got 3 and 2. 3.2. Or 3 wholes and 2 tenths. 3.2. 3 and 2 tenths. Can you see that using the place value grid? Right, I'm going to make another number now. See if you can work out what it is. What's my number now? I've got 1, 2 in my ones and 1, 2, 3 in my tenths. So I've got 2.3. Or 2 and 3 tenths. My last number I'm going to make. What have I made now? I've got 1 in my ones column and I've got 4 in my tenths column. So I've got 1.4 or 1 and 4 tenths. Now I'd like you to pause the video and see if you can make any other numbers using the 5 discs. Off you go. Right, let's see what other numbers you could have made. You could have made 4.1, 4 and 1/10. Or you could have made 5 ones and 0/10, so that would just be 5. Or you could have made 5/10. Okay, so overall we can make 6 different numbers using these 5 discs. Okay, so now it's going to be your turn to play a little game. You can either play it by yourself or with somebody in your house. Okay, so you'll need to get a piece of paper and draw out the place value grid like we've done here with the ones column and the tenths column and our decimal points down the middle. Okay. You can, obviously if you don't have discs like this, you can use bottle tops, you can cut out your own circles, grapes even, beads, coins, or you could just draw them, up to you, okay? And what you're going to do is you're going to have 4 discs, or 4 coins, beads, whatever you're going to use, okay? And with someone in your house or by yourself, you need to think of a number where these either represent 1 or 0.1, like we've just done. Put them on the place value grid and see if you can make read and write the numbers that you've made. Okay, how many different numbers can you make? Have a little play, pause the video now. Okay, so you should have been able to make 5 numbers. So you should have had 1.3, so that's 1 whole and 3 tenths. You could have had 2.2, 2 and 2 tenths. You could have had 3 and 1 tenth. You could have had 0 and 4 tenths, or you could have had 4 wholes. Okay, so you should have been able to make 5 numbers there. Okay, right, let's have a look at our guided practice. So, you're going to use the 4 number discs and the 8 0.1 or 10th number discs to show each number. Okay, so for example, for A, we need to make 1.6. Okay, so how many of the 1 number discs do we need? If it helps, put in your place value columns. Okay, so you would need 1 disc, and how many 10th discs? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so that shows me 1 whole and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tenths. You need to do the rest for B, C and D. Then what value does the digit 7 stand for in each number? So maybe you'd like to annotate or have a look at what place value column it is to see what it is worth. And number 3, you're going to have a play. Let each of the coins stand for either 1 or 0.1, similar to what we've just done. The 6 coins can stand for 6 different numbers, so you need to have a play and see if that is true or that is false. Okay, so starting with number 1 and then all the way through to number 3. Okay, so pause the video now whilst you have a go. Right, so B, we have 2.4. So we have 2 1s and 4 tenths. So that means 2 1 coins and 4 tenth coins. Okay, for C, we've got 4.8. So we've got 4 1s and 8 tenths. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 8 0.1 or 8 tenths. Okay, and D, we have 0.3. So we have 0 1s and 3 tenths. So we don't need any 1 coins, and we need 3 tenth coins. Well done if you got that. Number 2, what value does the digit 7 stand for in each number? So we have 7.2. If we annotate our place value columns on here, the 7 is in the 1s column. So our answer for question A is 7. 7 wholes, 7 1s. Okay, and for 2.7, our 7 is in the 10ths column. Okay, so it stands for 7 tenths. Okay, right, now it's your turn. We're going to have a go at worksheet 2 on pages 3 and 4. If you can draw out your place value grid and have some bits and bobs from around the house to help you with working out your answers, that would be fantastic. And I'd love to see some photographs or anything of how you have been creative with making your discs and your place value grids. Any questions, post on our classroom. Well done everybody, I'm loving seeing this hard work. Keep it up. See you later.